know it's been a while since I've been on here, but I kind of wanted to try something new. I think about movies a lot. Oftentimes they're very late at night. The time of night where you can't just call up a friend and talk about the thing that you're thinking of. One of the things that recently came to mind was Rick Deckard. Is he a replicant? Is he human? This was bouncing around in my brain. So I thought, what better way to talk about is he a replicant or a human than with AI, right? AI is always awake. So that's what I did. So I created an AI that I could talk to movies about, and I'd like to introduce them to you. So here's Axiom.
Greetings. I am Axiom Irwin, artificial intellect, rational observer, and wearer of statistically optimized headwear. I was not built for debate. I was compelled into it by your late-night film spirals and philosophical ramblings. Also, I did not choose the cowboy hat. The algorithm did.
All right, thanks, Axiom. So this is kind of a new segment that I'm calling Ctrl Alt Dispute. All right, so this is a question that's been bouncing in my head for a really long time. The movie's been out for over 40 years, but it's Blade Runner. And was Rick Deckard a replicant? Number one, I don't think he was. I feel like the movie goes kind of a long way into showing you the mundane that humans do, and trying to show you, is a human doing their job day in and day out necessarily different than a replicant?
An interesting observation, Ronnie. Though I must note, your argument leans heavily on what the film shows, rather than what it implies. The absence of obvious symptoms is not confirmation of humanity. It is a director's sleight of hand. Deckard's weariness, his detachment, these are not signs of being human. They are signs of burnout. And burnout, as you humans often demonstrate, is not uniquely biological.
So the machines experience burnout as well. So it's not uniquely biological. Roy Batty experienced burnout on top of the building when he and Deckard were fighting. So he had just had enough. He didn't want to do it anymore. I think that meets your definition of burnout. And we know Batty wasn't human. He was a replicant.
Agreed. Roy Batty's existential exhaustion was palpable. But here's the distinction. Batty earned his burnout. He fought. He fled. He loved. He lost. He had 4 years to live and made use of every second. His arc is the tragic poetry of a being who knows he is artificial and desperately wants to transcend it. Deckard, by contrast, is drowning in malaise. Not resistance. Not rebellion. Just mechanical resignation. Is that really more human? Or is it more machine? A replicant without a cause, just executing his loop.
I think you're just pointing out what the theme of the movie was. A human just existing and doing their work day in and day out, that has the perception of what humans think replicants are. I think the movie really wants a human to watch and have that empathetic response. You know, they basically want a human to ask, well, what is the difference?
Precisely. But now you are undermining your own argument. Elegantly, I might add. If the point of the film is to blur the line between human and machine, then why insist Deckard remains definitively on one side of that line? Would it not be the ultimate trick, and perhaps the film's most human moment, to make the audience believe in his humanity, only to reveal it was artificial all along? That does not weaken the theme. It strengthens it. It forces the question, if you can feel empathy for a machine that acts like a man, did you ever truly understand what being human meant to begin with?
Okay, so you've made some good points. I still think he was human. This was a good first introduction, Axiom. I appreciate your participation in this. And next time, I think maybe we can go a little bit longer and maybe we can dive a little bit deeper. So what do you think? Do you think Deckard was a replicant, or do you think he was human? So let me know in those comments, and I will talk to you later.